Well, we're talking to each other about that, and again, it is extremely important for us. If you look at the success of our under-20s, it started when we brought the Sanzor under-20 competition back for them to prepare for the under-20 World Cup. So yes, it is important. It's something that we have to look at. With regard to the professional league, we're in final stages of putting it in place, and we will kick it off in 2026. And Jan, if we don't step up, we are going to again have to try to pick up the pieces in 29 going forward. We have an ideal opportunity now. The girls have proved themselves. There's a professional league that is starting. There's structures in place. There's a seriousness about women's rugby that we as South African Rugby has decided to embark on. We're embarking on this women's program full on, and yeah, we can't back off now. Okay. It's important to us, and that's what we set ourselves to do a few years ago. That we can't only concentrate on the men's team. We have to build a women's team as well. And the decision we took then was to make it the second most important team in our setup in rugby. So they've done extremely well in a very short period of time. I must say, under the leadership of Dave Wessels at High Performance, pointing Space as the coach, it really changed the way in which the team, the upward curve that the coach was talking about, started taking off. So yeah, we are very proud of them. We are very pleased with what they've achieved, and as the coach said, this is the beginning.
And we say this is the beginning.
I think obviously we're quite far behind in starting the seriousness of women's rugby in South Africa. So we have a provincial competition. We will continue with the provincial competition, but we have to put something in at the top. That is the professional league that will then take us to the next level. You know, it is so much more difficult for women to play rugby than men, and we have to realize that as an organization. You know, the women have so many other responsibilities as well that they have to look after for them to be able to play. So if we don't have a professional league where they can concentrate on one thing, and that is playing rugby, we will never reach the heights that we can reach with the talent that we have available. What we have done when we repositioned our commercial program, and we made it very clear to sponsors, you can't come in and be involved only with the men's team. If you want to be involved, you are going to sponsor the men's team, the women's team, the under-20s, the men's sevens, the women's sevens. That's the only way you're going to get involved in being a sponsor of our national team. So we have our national team sponsor, so that alleviates a lot of the challenges. Commercial South African are stepping up. You can see the support we're getting from the FNBs of the world, from the Pick and Pays, all our sponsors here, Betway, everybody. They understand what we are trying to do, and they're willing to help us. The important thing now is for the public to follow suit. You know, we have to get games with gate. People pay money to come and watch the women play. That way the commercial program will grow. The more the commercial program will grow, the more successful our professional league will be. One of the challenges we have is where we are positioned in the world. You know, for us to play top competition, we have to travel to Europe or to New Zealand or Australia. It's just not opposition for us in Africa. So it is an expensive exercise for us to get to play international fixtures, but we have to do that. That is important. But what is also very important is the building of a professional league. We have to identify the top 180 to 200 players in South Africa that we put into a professional league where they can play strength versus strength. As coach said, we can play 12 top games in South Africa, the best teams playing each other, the best talent play each other, get the best coaches involved. And from there, then the international game will improve. And discussions I had with Dave and with Coach was that if we can have a proper professional league in South Africa for the next period of time, we believe we can be contenders in 29.